video is going to be part 2 that I had mentioned I was going to do in another video of, this is going to be explaining a little more about the Midrash, Halakhah, Haggadah, and I'm looking at this book because I'm going to be reading again from the Life and Times of Jesus the Messiah by Alfred Darshan. So this is just continuing reading from what I had made earlier. It says, and from part 1. So it says, but Palestine owed, if possible, a still greater debt to Babylonia. The new circumstances in which the Jews were placed on their return seemed to render necessary an adaptation of the Mosaic law, if not new legislation. Besides, piety and zeal now attached themselves to the outward observance and study of the letter of the law. This is the origin of the Mishnah, our second law, which was intended to explain and supplement the first. This constituted the only Jewish dogmatics in the real sense, in the study of which the sage, rabbi, scholar, scribe, and darshan were engaged. The result of it was the Midrash, or investigation, a term which afterwards was popularly applied to commentaries on the scriptures and preaching. From the outset, Jewish theology divided into two branches, the Halakhah and the Haggadah. The former, from Halakh to go, was, so to speak, the rule of the spiritual road, and when fixed, had even greater authority than the scriptures of the Old Testament, since it explained and applied them. On the other hand, the Haggadah, from Nagad to tell, was only the personal saying of the teacher. More or less valuable according to his learning and popularity are the authorities which he could quote in his support. Unlike the Halakhah, the Haggadah had no absolute authority, either as to doctrine, practice, or exegesis, but all the greater would be its popular influence, and all the more dangerous the doctrinal license which it allowed. In fact, strange as it may sound, almost all the doctrinal teaching of the synagogue is to be derived from the Haggadah, and this also is characteristic of Jewish traditionalism. But alike in Halakhah and Haggadah, Palestine was under the deepest obligation to Babylonia, for the father of the halakhic study was Hillel, the Babylonian, and among the popular Haggadists there is not a name better known than that of Eliezer the Mede, who flourished in the 1st century of our era. So, I hope that helps you understand a little more about the Mishnah, Darshan, Midrash, Halakhah, and Haggadah, and those things that are mentioned in there. So, hope you all enjoyed this. I will be making a part 3 as well. So, thank y'all for listening. Alright, bye.